Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Depends on when you're watching. Welcome back to week number 6. Oh my goodness, here we are. We're 1 week away from the end of this semester, and we are at the finish line when it comes to discussions. Guys, you've done a great job. I want to thank you for all the hard work that you've put into this course. You've done an excellent job. Thank you for all the discussion, the entertaining comments, all the stuff that you guys have put into this class. It means a lot to be able to come in and be able to interact with students at this level. Obviously, we didn't see each other face to face in terms of in person, but I felt like I got to know some of you. I felt like I got to read some of your stories. I got to be a little bit of part of your life and your journey and what's going on in your world. So I, just find it fascinating that we have the platform, the technology to be able to connect with people, even though it doesn't look like it used to 10 years ago where we're in a classroom. We still get to connect at a human level. And I want to thank you for that. So just to give you a recap on what's going on, here's where we're at. We're in week number 6, of course, and we're talking about motivating people and teamwork. And I will be sort of going through our last week, what makes a difference conversation in regards to management and leadership. I'll be grading through that. Please be patient because it's been a very, very busy couple weeks. Next week gets even more complicated because I'll be gone most of the week in a conference in Atlanta. I'll be in a leadership conference out there as part of the state planning committee for them. So I won't be in the office. So if you email me and there's a delay, it's probably because it's not that I'm ignoring you, but I've got stuff going on and I want to make sure that I give you the proper attention. But I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. So please bear with me. But that said, I will be going through some grades here the next day or so, possibly within the next few days or so, because it's a complicated week. Tomorrow, I'll be doing a corporate training for a company. So all day will be consumed with that. So Thursday, I will be in my office. I will have some time to sort of focus on some stuff. So hopefully I can play some catch up then. That stated, this week, we go into what I have pegged to become my favorite discussion. Now, if you know somebody who has taken my class before, or you have experienced it, this is a conversation that always comes up. It's my favorite discussion. And the reason why is because I was impacted by his story, Dr. Potish's story, the last lecture. And there was a time in my life where I had stepped away from business and I had taken 5 years to sort of integrate into my new world here. Some would say I took some time off work. I took 5 years to just kind of refocus on my family, and I did some stuff in ministry, and I kind of worked around the community and helped out with different projects, and I found myself trying to figure out what is it that I want to do and give back to society, if you may. And that's where teaching came about. And I believe that that's what then led the pathway to, of course, my wife encouraged me to become an educator after having a whole career in business. And I fell in love with it. And I came across this book, the last lecture, and I read about this gentleman's story, and it impacted my life, and it influenced me to take a look at that same mindset of how do I help people reach their dreams and their goals. And as I mentioned a minute ago, I was in ministry. I served in different capacities in ministry, but I also served as a pastor for many years. For about a decade of my life, I was part of a ministry for about 2 decades, part of ministry. A decade of that, I was actually senior pastor of a church. So I do have that background. And I believe I have a heart caregiver. And I hope you've seen this throughout the journey of our own class. But due to that, and I believe part of that is the fact that it set me up to then reach this level in my career here of being honored with the 2019 Rick Perkins Teacher of the Year for the state of Georgia. And I put that speech up there so you guys can see. But that states, going back to our conversation of motivation and how do you motivate people, I hope at some level you are motivated by either my journey, my story, my encouragement, my words, my demeanor, my videos, whatever you want to call it, because that's what it's about, right? Connecting and meeting people where they're at. understanding the theories of management to better assist those around you. So I hope that you found this class not only to be informative, but to be encouraging and motivating, and that you were to, take something from it and be able to replicate it. And one of the reasons why I bring this discussion, it's why my favorite discussion, is because identifying your purpose statement really indicates why is it important to you to complete not only this course, this degree, your pathway, your future, your goals. So I hope that you connect these dots through the journey of this course. It wasn't just about the principles of management. I hope it was an example to you of how you help people through these journeys and identifying what their ethical perspective is, making things more intriguing, digging a little deeper than just the surface conversations, understanding leadership, understanding the ethical implications of our decisions. And you kind of grab this course and you make a sandwich with it and end it with the fact that all of that leads to, how do I become an influence and motivating factor in every person that I meet's life? And the way you do that is knowing what motivates you. Why are you doing this? And I hope that you reach that point in this class. So this is my final video. After this, we won't have a video. Next week is our final week. You'll have your assignments, and then you'll have your final, of course. And we're done. You've done it. You've reached the end. So congratulations for completing the class and for reaching the finish line here. I wish you the very best, and I thank you for all your hard work. Connect with me. Find a way to connect. I'm on some of the socials, so look me up. Let's connect, because you never know. Maybe one day you're the big boss and I need a job. So make sure you remember me. Guys, take care. Cheers to you. Best of luck, and I hope to see you in another class. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day.